Today.
Yes, that's us. Ever the professional. Waiting for ITV to call.
I don't think they're going to.
Neither do I. Shall we recap the one-day special? Why Hayley finds pins. Let's recap the one-day special. What we've got here is you've got 3 options is what you've got. So this is option 1. There's 5 in each set. Okay, so if you're working on your key, just count the first 5. That's 1 set. Second 5, that's 2. And set 3 is your N5 down the bottom. Your navy sky, which is the first option that we have here. If I pull all these back, this is your navy sky option that you're getting. So as our Hayley said, remember you get the beautiful blender fabric that's in there. We'll work with all of them. Maybe it's the fronts, maybe it's the backs, but it's going to go with every one that's already in your set. Set 1, navy sky is what we're looking at the moment. This is in the lead. You are absolutely loving it. So you're getting the pink, which corresponds with the flowers. You're getting the blues, which correspond with the leaves. You also get all these ditzy colours, these little flowers that we've got in here, which match with all the colours that are running through. Then you get the large bit of teal as well. This is option 1. Option 2 that we've got as well is your dark grey and cream is what we're looking at now. So your dark grey and cream option, once again, you get all the beautiful colourways that are through here. So you get the beautiful colourway that is here. Then you also get the blendable fabrics. But as you can see, throwing fabrics in, it works. Even with the cream of my shirt and the flowers that I've got in here, it works with the colours that we've already got in our set. So you may have other materials at home, you may have other colours that you want to correspond with these colours. You can do that as well. Your last and final colour that we've got is your pale pink and teal option. Once again, the 5 options that we've got as well. So it starts from this one here, and then works its way across. If I move my arm, so this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, they are the right ones. Once again, they all work together. They work beautifully. If you want to go for all of them, you can do that as well, as it's also on 3 flexible payments. Excuse me. You've also got 3 flexible payments in there as well. £78 and 85 pence. 701059 is your item number. £26 and 28 pence is what we're looking at for these at the moment. A nice little deal is what you're also looking at for all those fabrics across 3 flexible payments is what you're looking at. Remember, you're seeing £2 saving. Is that it? No. Take £13 from each of your one-day specials. So that's £13, £13 and £13. Then add another £2 onto that as well. And that's the saving that you're actually getting for your one-day special today. We are busy across the board. We're also busy for the happy hours as well. Let's do these quickly and then we will get back to demonstration. You've got your flowers and brush strokes. So you've got those beautiful flowers and brush strokes that are in here as well. Good piece of material, good size material. This is the same one that you're getting all the way through. It's just the roses will change that's in here. 110 by 112 each. Flowers and your brush stroke.
That's a mistake in the graphics. It's a metre.
It's a metre square?
It's 1 metre by 112.
Oh, so it's a
we
metre by
discovered this last night.
So it's a metre by
Yes.
112 is what we're getting here. So it's a metre by 112 is what you're actually getting for your happy hour, which is a good little size, £14 and 97 pence, and you're getting all 3 of them as well. That is our first option. So you're getting the red, you're getting the pink, and you're also getting the beautiful teal blue as well. So that's your first happy hour. Your second one that we've got, very busy for these next ones. The next one that we've got are the Cambric ones. These are, you're getting 4 this time. You're getting them in pink, you're getting blue, you're getting red, and you're also getting the green in there. You're getting all of these for £17. 110 by 112 is what we're looking at. No, you're getting a metre by 112 again. So you're getting a metre of each by 112 each as well. 835927 is your item number. £17 and 99 pence. Nice size, same design, just different colourways. Once again, you know they're going to work well together. Be a nice pair of trousers. You know them floaty trousers? Not like palazzo, like
Do you just mean general comfy pants?
No, you know, like Aladdin trousers. What are they called?
Harem pants.
Harem pants. They'd be nice for this because they're nice. It's floaty material. It's that sort of lightweight, especially the last some hot days that we're in. You don't know what to wear, do you? Like, well, I don't know what to wear. I was like that.
I can imagine you running around the house doing that.
I did. I literally didn't know what to wear. I had shorts on. I was red hot, so I had jogging bottoms on. I thought, well, this is too hot. Jogging bottom shorts. I'm going to put some jeans on. And I was too. Oh, the quarrels in my house. You don't want to know about me then. So there's your second one, £17.99. Then last but no means least, I love this polyester. Very busy for these now. 70%.
I think it's your excellent modelling.
Well, I don't think it is. I think they're actually just loving it. I might as well model the last one if we've not seen this one yet. They are. It's just the amount that you're getting with these, which is what I absolutely love.
As you said, lovely floaty pants.
Yes.
Floaty pants out of those.
Oh. It would be a bit.
You could, they're saying, are they too sheer? Well, it depends what you're wearing underneath your floaty pants. If
you wore like a little underslip or you lined them, so you wouldn't wear it as is.
I wouldn't maybe line them, but I would maybe wear shorts under them rather than just
I like it's the drape that you get.
Run.
Well, look, I'm flying. So you got to have a laugh. When else can you laugh in the world these days? Just saying, there's nothing you can laugh about. Oh, my nose is running. It's £14.99.
Apart from you pretending to be Angela Lansbury.
Well, you know.
I'd love it if she emailed in. That would be amazing.
Oh, and me as well. That would be my claim to fame. Can you imagine, Angela Lansbury, if you're watching? I wonder if we get any big
I wonder if she's got
watching.
like an Instagram or a Twitter. We can tag her in.
I'm going to try at the end of this hour.
Shall we?
So, once again, £14.99, 785472 is your item number for these sets as well. Right then, we're moving on. Something else that you love. Quilting cotton blenders. Now, we call them blenders for the sheer fact they work with most of your materials that you've got at home. They'll work with all of them. If you get the right colourway, they will work with everything that you've already got. From the top, so here we go. We've got your light grey. Then we have bottle green. Then we've got your peach. Then we've got your... I think she's made of candy. You got your candy. Then you've got your dark grey.
Sorry?
There's a bit of Robert Williams. I went a bit modern.
Okay.
We've got lilac.
Is that because you're down with the kids?
Then we've got your sky blue. Then we've got mint. Then we've got olive. Oh, olive. I'll get you, Blakey. Then we've got your red.
I was thinking on the buses as well.
Then this one's going to be cloudy sky. At the moment on the website, there's two called sky. So this one we're going to rename it and we're going to call it cloudy sky. Okay, so we're going to call
that clears it right up.
Cloudy sky, two skies, you know.
Yeah, that clears it right up.
Then we'll go from the top. Take it from the top. Pacific. Then jade. Then Pat. Have you met me, Pat?
I haven't met you, Pat. Is it your auntie?
Can you hear me, Pat? I can't talk about Pat. Oh, supermarket. So there's a story there, but we can't go into it now. Then we've got fuchsia. I've not seen them for ages. Then we've got Christmas red. Then you've got yellow, maroon, duck egg, and then navy. A coat of many colours. Oh, you imagine that as a big old coat? Oh, it looks stunning. People would talk. £17.47.
People already do talk, Adam.
Pick any three. I'm glossing over them now. Pick any three is what you want of these. They're absolutely beautiful, beautiful colours is what you're looking at. 775992 is your item number for these as well. They will also be good on a serious note, I know.
What? We don't have any of them, do we?
I have an occasional one.
Okay.
On a serious note, though, if you're into photography, trying to find backgrounds these days is really hard. I did a few when Molly was growing up and things like that, but trying to find a background, like a white wall, never works because of the lighting and all that. But these would be beautiful just for maybe card samples or backgrounds on the wall.
Yeah, because they've got that kind of mottled effect on them. And for quilting as well, that's really good because it isn't a solid colour. So if it isn't an exact match, it doesn't matter so much because it's got that little bit of variation in there. It really, really helps.
I love them. That's sort of like a bleached look running through them.
Yes.
Right, what have you been up to?
Right, well, we started sewing these together I have finished sewing them together. I now have a lovely square.
Lovely.
So, you know, it looks perfectly nice like that. If you wanted to continue adding them together and just make your quilt like that, you absolutely could. However, with the 9 patch, and this is the scariest bit I think that people find when they're kind of quilting, is you can see I've put 2 creases in there, so I've creased it side to side. Now you can cut these with a rotary cutter, you can measure them and cut them, but what I've done is I've lined up my seams to make sure it looks straight, and then put those 2 kind of creases in, which I'm now going to cut apart, and then we're going to be able to move this block round. Now if you have a more regular pattern with your fabrics, you'll get, you know, fixed results when you move the blocks round. With this one we've gone more random, so we're hopefully going to get a more random look to it, and I've gone for that because these fabrics all have that kind of folk arts and crafts kind of feel to them, and that's what I was kind of hoping we were going to get when we put it together and move it around a bit more kind of, well, homemade looking, do you know what I mean, a bit more artsy. So let me just pop that out of the way for a second. So that's our full block that we had in the first place, and then we can start to move them round, so we can maybe just swap 2 over. And it looks like then you've sewn lots of pieces together. Do you know what I mean? It looks like you've cut this piece out as a small piece, that piece out as a small piece, that piece out as a small piece. But you haven't. You've just sewn those together and then, you know, cut them up, move them down. So you can then, you know, have all of those bits so that they're on the outside. So have your squares in the middle and have it almost like a border. You can just keep moving them round. So we can put those back together. So we've got those kind of 3 squares bordered down the side. There's lots of different permutations you can make from this, and you can see we've got a kind of windmill going in the centre now.
And normally that would be quite tricky to do, because you're talking a lot of seams to sew there if you did it on its own.
It's a really, really simple way to start with that 9 square patch. I mean, you can cut them down even further if you want to. You could take each of these and cut them down again. So if I kind of creased out and got it into an exact quarter, and then cut that down again and sewed it back together. You can kind of go, if you start off with bigger blocks, you can cut them several times and do this. But we'll pick a way that we like, and then we'll stitch it together, and then you've got the option to keep doing this, and you don't always have to put them together the same way. So I think it's quite nice sometimes to have quite a random quilt. I mean, the blocks are lovely, and it's nice to, you know, have something where you can follow a pattern, but I actually quite like the kind of mixture of it, because I think that folk art look lends itself to a kind of make do and mend style kind of thing. So I think I'm still going to twizzle these around a little bit.
But it also makes sense, like, so you could cut them on the, could you cut them on the diagonal if you wanted to, and do like half squares, then large ones could be them, is it flying geese?
Yeah, you can swap those around. We could cut them on the diagonal. Should we do that? Would you like that?
No, I was just thinking, I'm thinking if you're just starting out, that 9 blocks, it's the first time I've seen it. It's an easy way.
You could cut it diagonally, and then move them round as well. You've got all sorts of options with that, but it's a really nice place to start. So I'll tell you what, I'll sew this one together. I've got 2, 4, 6. I'll cut another 3 blocks out, and then we'll do it again with a diagonal. Okay, how's that? Just for you.
If you've just started off in the world, if you've just started off in the world of sewing, it's a perfect way to start, because normally when we do a sewing lesson, it doesn't matter who we do sewing with, but you'll cut your little blocks, and then you have to get your rulers, and then you cut them down again. Then you sew that bit to that bit. That bit's got to go to that bit. Within this, you cut them down to your squares. Once you've got your squares, just sew them together and then cut it up as a big old block. Your one-day special, remember, you can go for them individual. This is the navy sky option that we've got. Then we've got dark grey and cream. Then we've got pale pink and teal as well on the show. Or you can go for that complete collection if you wanted to as well. Something else that we're very busy on, you're absolutely loving these at the moment, are our wild panels. Wild panels, and they are wild as well. They are literally flying out the door. Now there's 2 options of the wild panel. You've got the main image, like a painting as it were, or you've got the ones in the wreaths at the behind me. We'll go through your main images first, then I'll show you the ones behind me. Let's start off with our owl. So you've got that beautiful owl. You see what I mean by the watercolours that are there? So it looks like a painting. If you took that end off, Atmospheric. Ooh, nice word. It is very atmospheric, because you put that onto a canvas, you're good to go. Obviously, you give it an iron, but you stretch that over a canvas, and you are looking at a piece of artwork quite easily.
At first, maybe you can get some kind of bits of other fabrics and organza and use it as a template and add those bits over the top.
Like the plumage that's on there. From there, so we've got the owl, then we've also got the deer. Is it a deer or a stag? Deer? That's your deer. I think it's a stag. But it is beautiful, is what we're looking at. From the deer, half the stock of the deer has now already gone. So 50% of this stock has gone. From there, we've got the ducks merrily swimming along. Be nice, adding a bit, add your own touches to these, your bit of organza and things like that. Really go to town on your beads that you've already got. Swan.
End of conversation.
Full stop.
Swan.
There's your swan option. Then we have your red deer option. Half the stock of the red deer gone as well.
It's all about the deers, isn't it?
And you imagine, I haven't got enough hands for this. Social distancing.
Do you need an
and all
assist?
That. Well, you're not allowed. I know I've got
yeah,
my mic, I'm probably
am I?
muffled. But if you imagine both of those together, if I move into shot.
And then just go up and back a bit so you can get the other one in as well.
And then, if I go there,
Hey,
I do.
I think the BAFTA's in the post, mate.
Then you've got the owl, because those on a sofa would look absolutely phenomenal. Then, we've got that last one. So you've got the one that's stubbing his toe. Oh, dear. Thought he shouted.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, Mavis, where's his keys? Then, if I move that way, look at this, slick. That moved on its own, it's on wheels, on a track. Then we've also got your ones in the wreaths as well. So we've got your bunny rabbit, so you've got your wreath rabbit. You've got your wreath lamb. You've got your fawn. You've got your rabbit. There. Then you've also got your owl as well.
Just make yourself at home there, Adam.
Is what we're looking at. Stunning design. There is a plethora of things you can do with these. Maybe you use them as the backs and you use them as the fronts. I know there's a vase behind this because I put it there. But small cushions like this. So just get your backing. The backing can be plain and simple if you wanted it to. We've got some on the show? Yeah. We've got backings on the show as well. So if you want your backings, do shop ahead. Which one would you recommend, Hayley, if we're going to do the cushions?
One.
What's that one?
It's the one that's on the show. It's exactly the same fabric that they're printed on.
Is it the calico?
No. It'll be the is it a linen look? Cotton linen type?
Well,
that's it. Linen backing fabric.
Linen backing fabric is on there. It's all there for you. The details are on the screen. £14.99. 537350 is your item number. £14.99. So if you do want the backings, it's the perfect way of getting them. Right then, let's go back to demonstration. Okay, like Dear Diary.
It's been really weird today, Adam. I'm not going to lie.
Why is it?
I don't know. I think we've both been in quite awake for a Monday morning. I think that's the thing.
Right, where are we up to?
Okay, so everything is now sewn together. This is the last little bit. So we sewed all the 9 panels together. We cut them up. We moved them around. Then we sewed them back together again. It's like crazy man's material, isn't it? So now that just needs a little press in the centre to flatten that seam back out, and then we are good to go. So that is our first one, and I quite like the way it's a little bit random. I'm quite enjoying the little bit of random. So what I think we'll do is we'll do what you suggested, actually. We'll do an Adam demo. I'll get some more, I'll sew some more together, and then we'll do the same kind of principle, but using triangles.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right, I'll iron this one first. You might have to do some numbers while I prep some stuff.
So now, okay, we can do numbers. We
can you?
We can
you
go
got
on
any
the,
left?
We can go on the hoof. So,
okay.
Look to the website. It's the quickest and the easiest place to go. Everything's on there as well. So you've got things individually if you want them to. You've also got those wild animals for their wild cushion covers. You've also got your one day, your happy hours. Remember, your happy hours are a time limited offer. Once the stock has gone, the stock has gone for those happy hours, so get them while you can. The backing fabrics on there as well, £14, 99 pence, 537350 is your item number. If you want the backing fabrics for those wild animals, so these ones that we've got here, if you want the same material, we can do that for you as well. The details are currently on the screen. Now, we've also got other fabrics on the show. These are, they're beautiful because they're just a different design. They're a different flick of what you may want to change. Maybe you're going for your one day special and you want something else just to complement or to go with. Maybe one of these is what you're going for. You can pick any three of these. £19.97 is what you're looking at. They're brand new today. First of all, we've got black floral, which is this one just here. So you've got your black floral, which is beautiful, which would go with sort of your denim colours and your dark navies. Then we've got your light floral, which is nice. Then we have your mushrooms. This is your pixies in lilac that's in there. So you've got all your little pixies and fairies and your toadstools standing on the thing. Then we've also got your, I'm guessing, pixies in peach. Your pixies in peach. Then your pixies in green. The pixies are up to I like this fabric. It's a very child-friendly fabric. So if you want to do little cushions, little scatter cushions for your little bed, or you've got a little doll's house that you want to do as well, it's a beautiful little colour for your doll's houses.
Favourite one was coming up.
Oh, you've got a favourite?
I have got a favourite, yes.
Then we've got birds and bugs. Birds and bugs in lilac. Then we've got birds and bugs in mint. Birds and bugs in Birds and buds in grey, mint, lilac. Birds and bugs in pink, or peach in your pink. Then we've got your puffins in blue. I love the puffins.
Look at them now. You have to open them up because they've got hats on.
Oh yeah, look, they've got a little hat.
There's a puffin in a boater. It doesn't get any better than that.
Puffin in a sailor's hat. Normal puffin. What's a baby puffin called? A puffling. Oh, so cute. What are you? I'm a puffling.
I think that's the best description for you I've ever heard. A puffling. Adam the puffling. I love it.
I don't think HR's... What day is it? Is it the 10th today? It's the meeting today. Anthony's back in. HR's in. So... that's where we're going after this hour.
Technically, not employed by Hochanda. Can you do anything about that?
We can still have words.
So... oh, that's nice. I think that's nice, a baby puffling. Is that endearing,
a puffling?
Yeah.
Does that mean really you've got a little soft spot for me?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, my little puffling.
Oh, getting all emotional. I thought she was hard as nails. I really did. She's basically like an Arctic roll, hard on the outside and ice cream, soft on the centre. Once you get through it, takes a while.
Once you get through that sponge and jam.
So, and then we've got circus. This show's gone to pop. Then we've got your circus in different colours in there as well. Then we've got your dogs, and then we've got your cats as well. 215339 is your item number, £19.97. What we got then, my love?
Do you know what? We could have proper jobs. I've got 2 minutes. You haven't left me a lot of time, Adam. But I am cutting the bits. We will do that demonstration in the next hour where we cut the bits up and we do the same technique but with triangles rather than squares. Because he's not left me a huge amount of time, have you, love? My little puffling.
You told me to go and do numbers. I do numbers. I do my job.
That's your job.
We go back for demonstration. You've not left me enough time. You can't win in this game. Can't win. You got a minute left because you're moaning.
Just do something, is what you're saying.
Just sew something,
Just
anything.
sew something together. Well, I shall start sewing stuff together then.
Sew in a straight line, anything.
Okay, quickly I will then. Ready? Are you ready for a straight line?
I can hear the emails pinging as we speak. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want, on a serious note, if you wanted to do a snazzier stitch rather than a straight stitch, Could you do that now? Is there no point?
No,
I
I wouldn't do it now because you're not going to see it. And also, if you put those together with a zigzag stitch, rather than that solid seam that you've got there, you'd only get kind of every second or third one.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have quite a gappy stitch. So no, I would definitely always do that. If you really wanted to do a zigzag stitch, you could do it to secure your seams, but not for sewing them together.
Fabulous. We've got a minute and 15 left. What else would you like to show me?
Time.
Of course it is.
Oh, I thought you only had a minute before.
Come on.
Right then, well, we'll start putting it together. We can get a lot of it together in a minute, I think. Okay. Right, let's get another one together and we'll start.
What time are you back?
It's 12 o'clock.
She may be back at 12.
She may be.
I don't know who you're with. Catherine,
I don't know.
Catherine or Janice? I think it might be Janice at 12 o'clock. Janice, you got Janice at 12.
Can we really try and get in touch with Angela Lansbury though?
That's down to you.
Can we do that today? You and me? Try and get an email from Angela Lansbury.
We've got 30 seconds left.
Well, I've got a rethread machine because I just snapped the thread.
So we'll be back. We won't be back. Hayley will be back at 12 o'clock with our Janice this afternoon. Don't go anywhere. Start checking out your baskets as well, especially for those one-day specials if you want them individually. There's also an option where you can go for a metre option of its own as well. So maybe you want more of one material, you can also go for that. Don't go anywhere. There is so much more to shop for. Remember, it's all a bit of a giggle. If you can't have a giggle, where else would you be? I'll see you in an hour. Yes, indeed. Don't go anywhere. Crafty Root Christmas is up next, and then brand new supplier, Jen Goodwin Embroidery. Don't miss it, my little poplins.
Would you like to improve your crafting techniques by watching and crafting along with your favourite Hochanda guest demonstrators, all from the comfort of your own home? If the answer is yes, then we are very excited to invite you to Craft Along, where you, our presenters and guests, will create an amazing array of projects throughout the year. So tune in, be inspired and create with Craft Along, your monthly crafting workshop.
Hi, my name is Blanche Siegmann. I'm the owner of the company La Blanche. The company La Blanche is a crafting company located in Germany. For over 20 years I'm designing and selling stamps, paper crafting products and home decoration. As a passionate crafter myself, I make sure all our products are of highest quality and easy to use. We produce a whole range of products. We produce paper products. We have also shrink sleeves for your jars, glasses. We have home decoration products, paints and wall decals. Everything, the whole range of crafting we produce for you. I hope you enjoy watching us at Hochanda and crafting with La Blanche.
Dreaming of a crafty world, Dorothy and Wasabi slumber. Hochanda's 5th birthday will be a time of wonder. Zuri, LeBlanche and Orlan create. Wow and Rowan Dean, it's going to be great. Sentimentally yours, Clarity and John Next Door, Pink Frock and Daisy Chain, who could ask for more? We'll credit your account with £5 to spend. 7 days of celebrations, the fun will never end. One-day specials with all your favourite guests, all at a socially respectful distance from the Wicked Witch of the Hayley West. From fabric to paper, to glitter and pencils, pens and stamps, inks and stencils. Join us in August. Nowhere will be grander. Happy 5th birthday, There's no place like Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years, Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. On the Hochanda shows, we'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Gina Barrett from Gina B Silkworks. We're a family company specialising in traditional crafts for the modern maker. Most of our products involve textiles and age-old techniques, from button making, lace making, weaving, and other forms of passementerie. I hope you'll be able to tune in to the Gina B Silkworks shows here on Hochanda.
Hello, a very good morning to you. Yes, I'm not quite sure that I can follow the energy of Adam this morning, but we'll try our best. I've got to introduce you to our wonderful guest. It's Kim, of course, from Crafty. Good morning, Kim. How are you?
Morning, Catherine.
You look very happy and smiley this morning. You feeling good?
Well, I've been watching Adam, I mean. Got the giggles on this morning.
Oh, we've got a fabulous show lined up. So we will be seeing, of course, Kim in demonstration. Now, we've got some new poly plates for you, a Christmas theme as well. Now, if anybody hasn't seen a poly plate before, I'm going to ask Kim, how do they work? Let us know, Kim, for anybody that maybe hasn't caught your shows before.
Oh, poly plates are just a giant stamp. So anything you can do with one of our photopolymer stamps, you can do with the poly plate. So inks, paints, fabric paint are amazing on them. And they just add a big area of colour to your project. So they're great for backgrounds, getting texture on there. Because using your different mediums, you get different effects. And I love them. I do. I get carried away.
Can't wait for demonstrations. Can't wait for them. And of course, you can overlay different stamps on top of the poly plates as well. Now, we have got a bundle for you, but let's go through everything individually because they are available that way as well. Now, we're going to start with the Wreath poly plate, which is this one here, and the sentiment stamp set. So you can see the size of the poly plate there with that lovely bow as well.
Yeah, and the
now,
sentiment
can I show you some samples? Sorry, Kim.
So the sentiment actually fits in the middle of your wreath.
Oh, we shall see that. In fact, I have got a sample here to show you in a second. We're just seeing one on the screen right now, actually.
That's amazing.
That's a lovely shaker card, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Claire's done an amazing job with that one.
That is really clever. So many different ways of working with these. There you can see another wreath that's been built up. So using the polyplate and then overstamp there as well. Just wonderful. Of course, it wouldn't be Christmas without a wreath, would it? I'm just thinking though, Kim, it doesn't have to be for Christmas, does it? This could be a wedding wreath, it could be for spring, it could be any time of the year.
Yeah, just change your colours. And to be fair, there's quite a lot of samples that when you look at it, you think, yeah, it's got to be green because it's a wreath. But actually, it doesn't. We've done some pinks, we've done some blues, and it looks really nice.
Wonderful. I'm just thinking, see, every time I go into my village, the people in the village, they're big on putting wreaths on the door for all seasons. And it is lovely to see those different colours, you know, your spring, your summer, your autumn, your winter. So I would definitely be using that. Do you know what, you could turn that into a Halloween wreath as well. That would look amazing.
You could put some flowers on it, lovely spring one, you know, get your pumpkins on there. Ooh.
Definitely. Well, $12.99 is all it's going to cost you to get the wreath there, the polyplate and the Enjoy the Season stamp set. 102167 is the item number. Right, the next set, now this is really, really nice because of course you've got some stamps here. Now you've got lots of different elements on this one, really, really useful. So if you're going for the wreath polyplate there, you could use this to overstamp, of course. Now I love this stamp because you've got little snowflakes in there, the music notes, you've got all sorts of foliage or the first in there and those little holly leaves as well. $12.99 for this one. You do get the sentiments in there as well, of course. 248565 is the item number. And I'm just going to show you one or two more samples as well. So I think these are so nice. Very simple, but really, really effective.
They are.
Kim.
Sometimes at Christmas you need, I know it sounds awful, but you want cards that you can do quickly, don't you?
You certainly do.
And so with these, you know, just a few elements on there. And you can also spend time fussy cutting if you want to.
Definitely. I adore that. I would batch make those and send them out as Christmas cards.
Imagine that as a tag on a bag, though. You don't need anything more, do you? A lovely craft card bag, and that's it.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Just one more to show you here as well. I love the red and green theme going on here, Kim. Very nice indeed.
But we all joked when all the samples came in from the design team, we all joked and said, oh, everything's on craft card and everything's red and green.
Oh, well done, design team. You've obviously all thinking alike, aren't you? Now, we've got another polyplate for you. Now, this is the minis. Now, again, you've got a wreath there with a little bow. But you do get another lovely polyplate with this as well. I'm just going to bring it in for you. This is the Snowflake, which is fabulous. So the mini Snowflake there. They come together for $11.99. A really great price on those. Really, that's kind of a bonus edition, isn't it, in a sense?
Yeah, and that's a bit of a sneaky peek of what we've got coming up at 1 o'clock.
Ooh, yes, another show at 1 o'clock with different items, so do tune in then as well. 616088 is the item number if you want to go for those two polyplates that I've just shown you there. But we do have another item number that's going to give you the whole of the bundle. So a saving of £4.50, that means you're going to get the large and the smaller wreath, you're going to get those elements there, you're going to get the snowflake, and of course you're going to get the sentiment as well. £27.47. What a great price when you break that down. 060258 is the item number if you want to go for the whole bundle. Right, we do have more for you though. Let's move down because we've got the traditional greetings for you. Now there are a couple of options for you here, and this is important actually, and I think this is such a good idea, Kim, what you've done here, because, well, I'll explain as we go through. You have got the traditional greetings stamp set for just $11.99. Now, there are certain stamps within here where the wording changes a little bit. So if you just look down here, we've got from our home to yours, and various other sentiments, and then we've also got from my home to yours. So you've got a choice. So when you're choosing an option, make sure you go whether it's our or my, and that is important. So what you're actually going to get is 5 stamps for that price. You've got 4, and then one of the ours or my. So that's 5 different stamps, all for just $11.99. That is amazing value, Kim.
It is. We try our best with our sentiments. And a bundle like that, they're just so useful. You can use them with your wreaths and things like that. And you've got 5 to choose from, yeah, with your polyplate.
Amazing. Beautiful. And you can see it does send the packaging there, not shown actual size. They are bigger than on the packaging. I'll show you 1 or 2 samples and then you can see exactly what we've got here. So from my home to yours, there you can see that. And then if I bring in the other one, from our home to yours.
And they're a good size stamp. So they're going to work on your bigger cards, but also on your smaller ones as well.
Definitely.
Yeah? So that
Definitely.
one's a 5x7, I think, there. But it fills the space.
And these go so well, again, with the previous stamps and polyplates that we've already shown.
So for this hour, I've tried to keep it a little bit more traditional with your wreath, with those traditional sayings. And then at 1 o'clock, we're going for a little bit different.
Oh,
another sneaky
anything
peek.
to do with 1 o'clock? Oh, do keep an eye out for those at 1 o'clock. Anyway, for those stamps there, I can't get over that price. $11.99, 032 073. Now we do have some 7-day savers as well. Oh, it's Monday, isn't it? Brand new ones. This is the first time I'll have seen these. No idea what's coming up. Let's have a look. We've got for you some jelly bean crafts, A4 spots and stripes are one of my favourite things. You've got pink and blue here, 300 GSM, 80 sheets in total. That's a good buy, isn't it? I adore spots and stripes. £13.99, £16 saving, 201. Oh, it's just disappeared. 225 was the end of that number there. And then red liner tape. Wow, this is a big bundle. Now you're getting 20 reels, 3 millimetres on each, is the width of each of those. You've got 5 metres on each, £9.99, £15 saving, 570093. Now we've got a John Next Door bundle. Oh, this looks interesting. Now this is your cut and emboss folders. Set 1 Snowflower. You've got a frame Oh, it's a snowflower frame, a hanging baubles and the holly and the ivy. So it works out really, really good value. 3 for 2 on that one. £7.49, just £14.98 for all 3 of those. 209742. There we go, some great 7-day savers, and there will be more on the website, of course. But it is that time, it's demonstration time with the wonderful Kim, of course. What are we going to see first of all, Kim?
I'm going to play with the big wreath and that Create a Wreath stamp set.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep, so I'm going
Lovely.
for all of it, just having a good old play. So I want to show you how it works on a big card first. I've got a little card for later, but this is a big 8x8 card. So first up, I've got some brush mixed up in my little spritzer.
Lovely.
And all I'm going to do is just add a little bit of colour. I don't like white space. I do get a bit frightened of it.
Do you?
Yeah. I can't do white space. So all I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of this lovely gamboge in the background. There you go. And immediately I feel more at ease now because my card's not white.
Really?
Yeah, it's really strange. White space just really... Oh.
Do you know what? Everybody's so different, aren't they? Because some people love the white space and they get worried if they overfill. But, you know, there's so many different techniques available, Kim, but, you know, it doesn't matter what your preference is, there's always a way of working with the products.
Yeah, and that's it. I think I do try and do white space, but I always end up putting inky pinkies on it. So I think for me, this is just...
So it really is a white space phobia then?
I think so. So all I'm doing is just popping a few of these little... snowflakes in the background.
Lovely.
There we go. And I do turn my card around a lot, just so it's easier to work on. Because if you're trying to stamp like that, you just end up fingers and thumbs. So I've started off with my little snowflake stamp. These little textures are brilliant for just creating your background. And then I'm going to move on to my music.
Oh,
and again,
I love the music. That's one of my favourite little stamps on that set.
It's just such a nice little. And it doesn't matter if it didn't stamp properly because you're not going to really see. No. I don't want a crisp image. I just want a bit of a background building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that one next. And
of course,
then
these stamps are all from the Create a Wreath stamp set. You get 18 stamps in total at $12.99. All part of that bundle, of course. Individually, 248565. As part of the big bundle, you can see the details at the bottom of the screen, 060258.
Yep, so now I'm just going to take the word off it, so the Christmas, because I think it's nice to have this, just in the background. I'm not inking up very well today, am I? Never mind. You can see, though, it doesn't really matter that it's not perfect stamping. If I wanted to ink it up properly, turn your stamp over and take your ink to your stamp. That's a better idea. But I'm quite liking this broken up, more distressed look to it. Just popping a few of these in the background. And then it's one of them, when do you stop? Yeah.
Yeah.
When do you stop? I think that is going to be it for us. So I could now pop a little bit of a ribbon on there and a sentiment. Jobs are good, and we've got a nice little card there.
Lovely.
Yeah?
Yes, I agree.
I'm going to put let me put my stamp back because I am notorious for losing stamps. I'm going to grab my big poly plate next. I'm going to use oxide for this.
Wonderful.
I was just checking that's dry enough, and it should be. So I'm going to start off with a bit of bundled sage.
Lovely.
And I'm just going to ink up my poly plate. Oh, we've got a bit of a wobble on the counter, haven't we? So I'm just going to ink that up and give it a quick spritz.
Now because of the size of the poly plates, Kim, because they are quite large, is that your tip? Ink up and then spritz is to get a good coverage, or is that just a different technique?
Just different techniques. So for me, I like that kind of watercolour effect.
Yeah.
So I do spritz a lot on mine.
Okay.
If you wanted a solid image, make sure you get loads and loads of ink on there.
Lots of ink.
Yeah, because they are thirsty, because they're made from photopolymer. I'm trying to decide where to put my sentiment now. Never mind, I'll pop it there. Because they're made from photopolymer, they are really thirsty. So you can see I didn't spritz that a lot.
I suppose as well what you could do is, once you've used the poly plate there, you could re-ink with a slightly darker or lighter green and then twist it a little bit as well and overlay it so you get...
You could indeed.
Would that work?
Yeah, it might be, you know. Give me 2 minutes.
Oh, is that what you're going to... Oh, is that what... Oh, sorry,
See,
Kim.
You know exactly what we're going to do. But that's the thing with them. They are that easy to use. You know, you can guess. So I'm just going to give it another quick spritz. Now, you can line it up if you want to. So what I normally do is I would line it up and get these colours all merging together. But what we could do is use Catherine's idea. And if I just turn it slightly.
Oh, you see, great minds, Kim. That's all it is.
It is, and that's the thing, though. As soon as you start playing with them, you get carried away.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I'm just going to pop that one on there. Oops, the daisy.
Lovely.
And then-
Oh, that has made a difference.
It does. And what you'll find is if you can get your base layer nice and juicy and wet, and then when you come to put your second layer on, because it's oxides, they merge together, and then as you dry them, you start to get that oxidation process and little pits and things on them. It's just wonderful.
Lovely.
And then I'm just going to add a teeny tiny bit of my, which one's this one? Forest moss.
Ooh, lovely.
And you'll notice this time I'm being a bit more particular about where I'm putting my ink. Yep. I want it round my centre. Not that detailed, to be fair. If I just hold it up for you like that, you can see it's going round edge and then round the centre. Granted, I've got bits and splodges and bits everywhere. But it's a wreath, isn't it?
This is going to look amazing. I can just imagine it right now.
So I'm just going to give it another quick spritz. If I wanted to line it up, there are some really easy ways to line up. So the centre is your best place to line it up, because round this edge you've got so many bits that are a little bit similar. You get it's a bit tricky. Whereas if you look at this middle bit, you can line it up using your middle bit. Really simply.
Could you, on the back of the polyplate, put a little mark with a permanent marker
Oh,
in the
absolutely.
centre point?
There's some of our polyplates that, you can't line them up. You go cross-eyed trying to line them up because they're just so simple.
It's a good idea to do that then, is
Absolutely,
it?
it works, especially on our we've got one called the long torn rectangle. That one, you definitely need to mark the back of your polyplate.
Right,
what I normally do, as you can see on here, is I've got polymount written on the bottom of my base. So I generally, if you notice, actually I have that facing my tummy. And
I understand.
Yep. So that's looking
really good.
like we've got that there. Now
we have no overhead at the moment, Kim, so if you want to show that to the front camera, just so we can see a little bit more.
Let's have Christmas the right way up.
Do you know, that looks amazing.
And
it
it's
really
just those colours. And where we've done, normally, I tend to, I don't know why, I always line mine up, but where we've just done it offset, you know, like what you were saying about just twisting it slightly, it just gives a completely different...
It does. It's made it look much more bushy and full.
That's the one. Right, I'm going to start adding a few more of my wreath bits now. So I could, and I have. There you go, job's a good one. Right, oh sorry, there we go. Oh, that's all you'd need for another card, isn't it?
It is.
Yep, so just hold that up. But we're not going to finish there. We're going to use some of our lovely little fern leaves. And we could go on, we could
This
just
is
keep
such
going.
a useful set, actually, the builder or the creator wreath.
It is, and it's fun. So I've gone for traditional greens. Start playing with your colours. I found this a really good... I don't know if I should admit this, actually. I sat and I played with different colour combinations just to see how they worked, because this was a brilliant set to do that with. So I just sat and played. I've got all different
that's
ones.
what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun.
Yep, so I'm going to go back to... Sorry, my stamp didn't want to stick down there. My peel paints. And I'm not worrying again about having it all stamped and neat and tidy.
Okay.
I just want the idea that it's there. And I'm just bringing it round. So if I just lift that up.
That's building really quickly, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's quite pale, this one, but you're getting the texture, and that's what it's all about, getting that texture in there. Just coming all the way around. Oops, the daisy.
That could be you could do a wreath like that and overstamp a couple of times with that particular stamp. Make it look like feathers.
Yeah.
Could be
Start
a feather
to
wreath.
blend and merge them together. The one I keep wanting to try, and I've not done it yet, is peacock feathers and wilted violet.
Ooh.
Those two. Now you'll notice you've got the bigger fern, and then you've got this smaller one.
Okay.
So what I like to do now, so I use peel paint on my background here. If we have a quick look at that, it's upside down, I know. So you've got the texture there now.
Lovely.
So let's start putting a little bit more detail in it. So I could go with my forest moss, keeping my colours the same, or I actually want a bit of crisp, I can't say the word, crisp stamping now. Yeah?
Okay,
Start to get those lovely leaves in there.
Lovely.
So I'm going to grab, I think we're going to go with Spanish moss first.
Okay.
And this, I change my mind. When I'm working with the stamp, I do change my mind all the time, which colours I want to work on next.
That's fine, because I think we all do that, though.
I think I'm going to go with my Olympia
from our original plans.
And that's the beauty, though, of this stamp set. I don't think I've ever quite made... It's never turned out quite how I expected it to, because I've changed my mind too many times as I'm going along. So I'm just going to pop a few more of these on here. And then there's nothing to stop you if you wanted to fussy cut out a little holly leaf to go on top of here.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah, or your berries or anything like that. Your poinsettia. You can see you can keep just building it up, layer on layer. Oops.
That does make a difference, doesn't it, with the crisp
Big inky
stamp in
pinky
there.
mark already.
Oh, we'll give you that.
Thank you. It wouldn't, to be fair, it wouldn't be one of my cards or samples if it didn't have an inky pinky mark on it. I must have big thumbs or something. It's like my little trademark or something. Just pop that on there. But you can see, dead easy to build this up.
Do you know, you've said that now, Kim, and now I'm looking through all the samples to see which ones you've made, to see if there's any inky pinky marks.
Oh, you
on
can
them.
definitely see my inky pinky marks. They're always there. They are indeed. So there we go. We've got our lovely little wreath in there.
Lovely.
We could, if we wanted to now, and I've used the same colour now. This is why I was going to stick with my other ones. We could go in with our holly.
Yeah.
Again, so we could just come in and put that on top. Should we do that?
Let's do
Let's do that, shall we?
I like the holly. I think it's ever so
Well-
cute. It's just a lovely size.
Well, you actually get two. You get one with acetate and polyplate sticking together. Yeah, you actually get two. So you get one with 3 leaves.
Yeah.
And then you get the 2 leaves by itself. So if I hold that one up for you as well. Look at my... Oh, I shouldn't really hold my stamps up because they're a bit multicoloured, aren't they? And then you get your little berries. So actually it's a really versatile little set.
So you could have a whole cluster of berries individually if you wanted to. There could be different types of berries. They don't have to be holly berries.
No, they could... Anything. Go for it.
I love that you've kept those separate.
To be fair, it was more about wanting something to place my ink on. Not my ink, you know, your, what do you call it, your sparkly bits.
Oh, yes, yeah. Or your liquid pearls or your little gems and things.
Yeah. You see, I'm not big on my sparkle, but you know, I've totally embraced it for Christmas. Ooh,
I just think just a tiny little bit of sparkle makes all the difference.
It does, and to be fair, on this one as well, these holly leaves, I think there's a sample over there, but all I've done is just put glossy accents on the top, and just popping it in over your holly leaves. I didn't even colour them in, I just literally, there we go, start to pull that together.
That's coming together lovely.
I don't know me left from me right, so. And tell, but right, so we've got that all done. I'm now